confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. The Gators will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Auburn's offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time in late in the season.
So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Golden. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. So Florida's offense will go to work for the first time today. They are going to be greeted rather rudely, I guess, by a group of defensive linemen that wreak havoc and hunt down quarterbacks, Jesse.
And they wreck games. They take away everything you do offensively. So it's a huge challenge in this one, David, for this offensive coordinator to try to call plays and find ways to get the football away from these big fellas up front, because they take games over.
And get the ball out quick. Like when you've got a defensive line that can penetrate, that can get TFLs, get sacks, it's going to be on this offensive line to buy a little bit of time, but also the ball to come out quick, win in the secondary right now.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. And the Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's got an open man. And he's brought down after a nice game. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
Intercepted to stop the threat. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And this is how the wind can really affect a game. It's not just for kickers, but quarterbacks as well. And on that last throw, guys, it looked to me like he was throwing it into the wind, and that definitely affected the velocity of the throw. It also affected the accuracy.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Grabbed in the middle. It's Golden. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
He couldn't find him much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out of the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, oh, I got to get my feet set. Make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Running back searching for a hole. Makes the tackle at the 31. It's a pickup of 5 on the play.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision. Nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
Looking to fire. He's taking the shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on 3rd down. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
They want to throw it. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Gator. Fit it in the window for the score. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Snagged in the middle. It's Bond. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. So now it's 2nd and long. Leaves it with the back. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Tigers, dating to the days of Shook Jordan and Pat Dye, love to keep the ball on the ground.
And the stadium goes nuts, and the eagle flies, and everybody's happy. Run the football, win football games. It's good times on the plains.
With the catch, it's Golden. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. And the Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. That's reeled in. It's Bond. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? No, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
2nd down, they'll go to the air. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Pressure coming. Underheat, he gets rid of it.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now, setting up 4th down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously, the defense, the big reason for that, but if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
The give to the back. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and we are done in the 1st quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. The Gators come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Second down, he'll throw it. Gets it out fast. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Looking to throw on first down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
The Gators with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Here's a heat. Working on the right. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. The short hands, it's Thomas. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, who knows how things are going to finish up in the Big Ten this season, but this is a game to keep in mind. Ohio State is going to get out of Dodge with a win. It's a shave that might have been a little closer than Buckeyes fans wanted, but a road victory feels great no matter what the final score is. Really unexpected outcome in this intriguing Big Ten matchup, and the type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Caught behind the line. It's Upshaw. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. Line gets set, first down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Auburn lines up quickly.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover. And you saw a great example of it with that running back.
Wide receiver comes in motion. On third and long, try to convert through the air. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. Auburn sends out the punting unit. He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down.
I like the offensive idea here to try to change the launch point of the QB, but you've got to do a better job protecting him because
for it. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. And the Gators with the 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Right down the middle. This time it's complete. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. The Gators are on the move. Wants to throw it. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder.
Turning it on. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you've got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field. And that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. 3rd down, red zone play, crowd alive. Plows through the defense. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Florida. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Bond. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Rushes on him, and here's a fumble way behind the line. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back. Timeout called by the defense. It's their 1st of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Punt is on its way. Typically at this spot on the field, you make a fair catch. I'd call that risk aversive, but it is good field position. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Finds his man, it's Thomas. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains. From inside the 40 at the 37, it's 1st down. Fires to the right. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Going right to work up top. Plucks it out of the air. Still on his feet at the 45. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now it's a 1st down from the 43-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man. Brought down at the 28. A chunk play, 15 yards on that one, and a first down. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Now on first down from the 28. Wants to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Upshaw. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Wants to go up top. Got a man. It's Upshaw.
Listen, nice completion, short game. Now you get to third down. Third down's more manageable. But guess what? If I don't get it on third down, I still got that fourth down in my pocket. Nowadays, analytics, we're going for it anyways.
On third down, he drops the throw. A shot for the end zone. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Well, when your quarterback has already been sacked 4 times, shouldn't be some big surprise if the O-line gets called for holding. Here comes a third down situation, and the defense hasn't been able to slow them down. He's looking downfield to throw. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. They punt it away on fourth down. And that is how a punter helps out his defense, pinning them deep in their own territory. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Got it in the middle. It's Thomas. Brought down at the 31. It is a first down. Clock still running. Almost certainly the last play of the half. And they spike it to stop the clock.
No gain on the play. Second down coming up.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Quarterback keeps it. And after that short game, they'll head to the locker room for halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Auburn ready to boot it deep to start the second half. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They open this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too.
Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 40, the 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Gators! And the punishment has been extended.
Man, this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing, rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
The give on the option. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. Wants to go up top on first down. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Back to pass. Got it behind the line. It's Upshaw. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Man, that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. This time they'll go to the running game. Crosses the 45. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
Yeah, this offense has had their way with this defense, and they've had a lot of success. And I tell you what, if this defense wants any chance of coming back, they better get physical and stop the run, because right now, this offense is having their way.
To the air on first down. Shoots it to the left. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Throws to the wideout. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got him downfield. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question.
Got enough space. Touchdown, Florida. And they take it in for 6 more points. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Using his legs, it's up short. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point, you're going to have to change your thought process. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. He wants to take the top off, and they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. He wants to change this route. Going to swing it on 2nd down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Finds a man on the right. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
on the play.
And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
They'll go to the air on second and short. It's complete on the right side. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Unloads to the wideout. Looking to get it in. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back.
Touchdown, Gators! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
So here comes the Auburn offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive.
3:25.
Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Now, and a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
They'll run play action. Blasted as he lets it go. Pulls it in. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on first down. He lets it fly. And he's got it inside the 35.
Well, I know they're losing right now, but they're not going to be losing for long if they keep hitting shots like that. And I love the idea here, taking a shot to your best player on offense. This guy is one of the biggest playmakers in all of college football. Tremendous speed. He locates the ball, makes a catch, and that play gives this offense so much confidence.
The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Davidson. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. The give out of the gun. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To throw, it's Dyer. Oh, they're after him. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And they get him again. This has not been the day we expected. This young man We expect great things. Like, he is one of the better players in college football. You think he'd come out, put on a show, but this defense has had his number all game long.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. And the Tigers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Sends it back in motion with the run on 1st and goal. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Trying to surge it in. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And this offense, man, they just can't get out of their own way. Like, they've got a 0 on the scoreboard already. Now turning the football over late in the game. When you're down, they've got to find a way.
Breaks into the open. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. The snap sets up to throw. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle, it's Thomas. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The Gators come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. To the ground to try to pick up the first. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
And this offense does it again on 3rd down. They have been so elite on 3rd down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
And the Gators are moving quickly down the field. Rides the back on the option, the give. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead. You want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, Dave, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the 4th quarter.
The Gators pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work.
42 Spider.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that lead.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking for the goal line. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And all the hard work and commitment pays off, getting their first win of the season. Really impressed how they came out. After starting the season 0-2, they knew this was going to be a physical game, and they came ready to go on both sides of the ball. Very, very impressive.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Ball security going to be paramount this time, Jesse.
Yeah, and sense of urgency, too. They're trailing in this game right now. The turnover wasn't great, so, David, they really got to be able to put something positive together on this drive.
Put something positive together, be aggressive, but don't be reckless. Can't have any more of those turnovers.
Unloads quickly.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense, playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You've got to take shots offensively.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Dyer. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Auburn sends out the punting unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Fair catch is brought in at the 43, and they are set up nicely. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. On the run, it's Clark. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
This is an area of the game on offense you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting 1st down, so you have to be able to run.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Gators are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down.
Then you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and, man, did they go out and do it.
Man, they proved it, and they proved they were better. They thought they were better coming in. We were talking to them. They had a lot of confidence. They said, we're not ranked as high as we should be, and now they just showed the whole world. This squad is for real. We're going to be discussing them in the playoffs in the future, and they made a statement today, Palmer.
Yeah, that's the thing, David. To me, after